All right, guys, this is one of my favorite shoes of all time and one of my favorite colorways of all time. And I'm so glad that they are back. But did they do them justice? We're gonna find out. Hey, what's good, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and review on these bad boys right here. This is the Air Jordan 12 in the playoff colorway, even though he did not debut them in the playoffs. He actually debuted them in the All-Star game that year, but he did wear them in the playoffs along with these bad boys. Man, what a combo these two are. Oh my God.
But first, a message from our sponsor.
And today's sponsor is the good folks over at HelloFresh, which is something that I'm actually excited about because since the pandemic started, I've actually switched over from crappy food to making my own food, and HelloFresh makes it super easy and it's still just as delicious. And just in case you are unaware of what HelloFresh is, it's actually an online food service. They don't deliver food that's already made for you though, because I mean, let's be honest, making it is the fun part. So it's super easy to use. All you do is you go online, you choose what meals you want to make. What they'll do is they'll actually package everything and send it to you, and it'll be individually packaged on top of that. So whatever recipes you chose, they'll be in here just like this. So this particular one is the Monterey Jack unfried chicken.
Yeah.
It even comes with the recipe card as well as full cooking instructions. And again, everything is super easy. I know that cooking seems daunting. I used to think so as well. It's actually not, and it's quite therapeutic. To top it off, when you get these things, you get to keep these things. So you can put them in your binder or your cookbook, whatever it is, and then you have a recipe ready to go. So if you were in a rush and going to the store, you already know what to get. But again, if you want to make things super easy, it can be dropped off directly at your door. And dropping these things off at my door is actually really convenient because I'm super busy, I work all the time, and plus we also have kids, which makes things even more hectic. So again, everything is delivered right to my door. It's super easy, super fresh. You don't believe me? We'll open up this one. I mean, it's all ready to go. Little potatoes. Even the cheeses and the sauce, the herbs, all that stuff, if you don't have the spices, which are very expensive, I mean, am I right?
Yeah.
Like the spices, when you realize that you don't have any more, they're not cheap. So having all of that stuff already there is just super convenient. Also, the way that they do things just like this, it's super sustainable. You're not wasting anything. They only give you exactly what you need. So it's not like you're going to the store and you're buying a bushel of something and then you're only using a quarter of that bushel. It's not like that. They only give you exactly what's in the recipe right there. And the best thing about this is that it's healthy and it's tasty. Let me know how it tastes.
Are these crunchy things?
Fried onions.
Mmm.
Everybody loves a good fried onion.
Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot.
So if you were interested in checking out HelloFresh yourself, we highly recommend them. We used them before the promo, so this is just a really nice coincidence. Again, for somebody like me, it's super easy, it's super convenient, it's sustainable on top of that. I'm not wasting anything. Everything is right here at my door. I slide it into the fridge, and when I'm ready to cook it, it's all pre-packaged for me. I don't have to find things. It's ready to go. So we do have a promo code, it's WearTesters16. By using that promo code, not only does it help out our channel right here, so you're supporting us directly, but you can get up to 16 free meals with that promo code, as well as 3 surprise gifts. We will have a direct link down below in the description box. It'll head you over to HelloFresh.com where you can check everything out. They got tons of recipes that you can choose from, and that's pretty much what it is. So thank you to the good folks over at HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. And with that being said, let's go ahead, get right into it. I'm so glad that these things are back. They last released, well, do we count the low tops? I'm gonna count the low tops. They last released almost 5 years ago, 2017. A lot of people hate these, but I love them. Can you see the yellow though in the video? I don't know why these things yellowed so hard so fast, but they did. And even though I do like yellowed clear soles, I don't like yellowed white soles. They should look like this. But the last time that they dropped in this version, or a high top or mid top version, was back in 2012. We actually have reviews on all of this stuff, so if you wanted to, I'm sure the thumbnails are gonna be over here, and then the cards or whatever, you know, you guys know what to do. But fast forward to 2022, and they are back again. They are coming back out in February because, again, he debuted these in the All-Star game. So the All-Star time frame works perfectly. And again, this is one of my favorite Air Jordans. It might be my favorite. I think it's these and the 13s. I keep switching them out as far as which one I like to play in the most. It doesn't really matter. They're both great. If you like full length cushion, this is the way to go. Full length Zoom Air cushion. But we're gonna start off with the foundation of the shoe as we do per usual. So with this guy right here, we actually have herringbone traction pods, and yes, they're awesome. It looks great. The outsole itself looks just like the originals as well. There has been variations between the versions of the shoes. So I believe the first time that they retroed was in 2004. I believe, I never had them, but I do believe that they looked the closest to the originals. And then in 2012, like I was saying, we reviewed those. They were a little bit different. They actually had a red Jumpman right there instead of the black like the originals, meaning the originals had the black, not the red. And then they actually changed this thing right here, the little tab. That 2012 version, the font was in red. I don't know why they did that, but it was a huge, like, I was like, why change things that don't need to be changed? And then another thing that they actually put back that was more like the original is the shank plate right there. It's a carbon fiber plate. This looks more like the original, whereas this does not. But these did, outside of the shank, fix the things that the high top from 2012 got wrong with the font and the Jumpman logo color and all that stuff. Now moving on up, we have a Phylon midsole. A lot of it is cupped within the outsole, but the outsole itself is not super beefy or anything like that, even though these are tanks. These are a great shoe to play in indoors or outdoors, or just wear casually, because, I mean, let's face it, these things are sexy. And then inside of that Phylon midsole is full-length Zoom Air. It's freaking awesome. This is one of the most comfortable damn shoes of all time. You can't tell me different. I've worn so many damn shoes. This is one of the most comfortable ever. And just in case you wanted to know exactly what's inside this shoe, I got you guys covered. We got these bad boys right here. These actually originally released right around the same time frame as these. Rumors had it that this was supposed to be the 12, but it got scrapped because Jordan liked these more. I don't think that that's true. I just think that this was supposed to be the first non-signature shoe, and Eric Avar designed these things, and Eric Avar is a freaking legend. So is Tinker, but like everybody knows Tinker. Everybody should know Avar. He designed a lot of cool stuff. But anyways, what we have here is an outsole. This is exactly the same thickness as these, and I know that it seems weird because these are super stiff and everything, but it's because of that guy right there. That's the shank plate right there. It's not as long as the Air Jordan 11s, but it is still a spring plate because it's right there in the flex zone. And again, that's right under here. So that's what you'll find if you were to take these apart. And then inside the shoe is full length Zoom, just like this, only there's actually air in it. These are flat because they're old, they're originals. If you were to take that out, that's kind of what everything looks like. There's a nice little crater or cavity for it, and it fits in just nicely. And that is how a shoe is made. Not exactly, but you know, that's the guts inside. Now the upper on these guys is the thing that I'm just a little bit disappointed in. We've had many retros of the Air Jordan 12, and usually they come out really, really nice as far as the materials are concerned. I don't know if this is a super general release or anything like that, but all I know is that the leather on there is just not as nice as it used to be. Even if I was gonna pull out, you know, just from like 4 or 5 years ago, like this leather right here is way nicer than what's on here, which is really disappointing. And same thing with this one. Like these are so much nicer, and these aren't even like a great retro. It's just that they're a little bit better than those. The overlay materials, these big old white stripes right there, those are actual leather. So those are pretty nice. They are stiff, but they are actually leather. They do still have the embossed lizard print. It's not a basketball print. It's lizard print. And again, the black sections, they're just not that great. Like what I really don't like is how stiff it is. It will break in, but it's just a little bit stiff. It reminds me a little bit of those not so taxi taxis that just released. What were they called? The Royalty 12s?
Oh, that sounds about right.
Yeah, with the gold tab right there. Those are very similar to this. I'm sure that every pair will be slightly different though, because just these two alone, the tongue materials are slightly different. Like this particular side, the left shoe, the tongue is super soft, and then the right shoe, the tongue is not that soft. It's like stiff and it's hella pebbly and everything. That's also something that I don't love, is the texture of the leather. A lot of people think that this looks like quality material because they make it look like that, but that's actually a big red flag for really poor material. They're trying to hide it with all of this texture that they use. If you were to look at an original pair of Air Jordan 12s, they do have a texture to them, but it's not this fake heavy tumble texture. So this material, clearly because it's the original, is way better. Even the shape alone, like these are hella tanks. These are unwearable, but they once lasted for a very long time. But anyways, they're just not quite the same. I don't hate it or anything like that. I still would like another pair of these. This is one of those 2-pair minimums, if you ask me, even with the not as great quality. I don't want to call the leather poor. It's just not good. Especially when we just reviewed them low 6s. The Chinese New Year, we just reviewed the Racer Blue Jordan 5s. Both of those got great materials. And again, if you're comparing it to the original, there is no comparison. The way that they used to make these is so much better. You cannot compare the two. And for those of you guys wondering, these little eye stays, whatever you want to call them, the little grommet things, they are still plastic. They're not metal like the originals. However, the finish on them is almost like I almost was fooled. I thought that this was that gunmetal stuff that they used to use on the originals instead of this fake chrome that looks so tacky, you know what I mean? But yeah, they did a great job making that look like those back there. Like I had to really compare them and I was like, man, what the hell is this metal again? It's not, it's plastic, but it looks great. So that's a huge plus. Now, as far as sizing is concerned, they do fit true to size. So whatever you typically wear, that's what I would recommend. I think that they fit perfect. Again, they're super comfortable. Also, I forgot to say this. This is what comes in here. Polyurethane insole.
Wow.
I know. You know why that's such a big deal? I don't remember the originals coming with. Those don't have a polyurethane midsole. Or not midsole, insole. Did I say midsole before?
They're insoles.
They're insoles, not midsoles. The midsole is Phylon, the insole is polyurethane, which means these are way more comfortable than any of these. So yeah, I was just surprised. I was like, holy crap, these are awesome.
Wow.
Minus the leather. I think where they reduced the leather quality is when we got there's always a trade-off. Always a trade-off.
But it's cool that Jordan Brand can still impress you randomly.
I don't know if that was more of a surprise. Is a surprise being impressed?
Yeah,
I mean, I guess it
you were
could be.
shocked, you were amazed, you were like, wow.
I suppose. I wouldn't use those words, but yes.
I would. Gee golly willikers, I got a polyurethane insole.
That's exactly what I said. That is verbatim. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. Again, big thank you to the sponsor of this video, HelloFresh. If you were interested in supporting the channel while also helping yourself out by, you know, changing your diet, saving a couple of trips to the grocery store, getting those 16 free meals.
Yeah, use code WearTesters16.
Link down below in the description box. Thank you so much once again. Until next time, guys, have a good one. Ow. You're in my space, I keep telling you.
Right here.
You're in my space.
This is my marker.
No, but this is my space. I didn't get wider.